What do you think about this flower? Do you think that this flower is beautiful? I'll ask you a question. What if it was black? What if this flower is black? What if it was dark gray? Would you still love this flower? Would you still believe that you love this flower the same way that you like it now? That is the $1,000,000 question that we need answers. There are so many things in our lives that we love, that we care about. Could be your loved ones, could be your son, your daughter, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend. You love them so much. You care about them. But I'm going to ask you a question. Does that love have conditions? Does that love have an expiry date? What if the person that you love the most was burned by something, or maybe they got injured and their face is now very difficult to look at? Would you still love them the same? If this flower was black, would you still consider it beautiful? Would you still love it the same? That is the question. So the love that we feel in our minds, the feeling of attraction, the feeling of relief that we feel when we see beautiful things, favorite people, loved ones, don't you think that it is very much conditional? What do I mean by being conditional? Means that there are so many conditions that needs to be satisfied for you to feel that love, for you to feel that happiness within you when you see it, when you see them. But we think we love them no matter what. But there are so many things, so many conditions that needs to be satisfied. That is why our love is always giving us burden. It is an extra burden. Sometimes we feel frustrated when things don't go our way. Sometimes during arguments we feel disappointed about people. We label other people as being very frustrating, annoying. Sometimes you don't want to associate some of your friends. Sometimes you feel like you want to avoid some people, ignore some people. Why is that? Because you cannot love everyone the same. Because in our mind, we have this filter. We have created a frame, a filter inside our mind that filters people, that filters the people that we live with. Filters the people that we live with. And only if that person comes inside that frame, then you can love them. Then you can care about them. Then they become your favorite person. Do you think that is the true love? I used to believe that. I used to believe that that is the true love. That I care about everyone around me. I care about the person that loved me. I cared about them a lot. That is what I thought. But then I found this truth. I found this great teacher that taught, that gave me a wisdom that is way beyond my wildest dreams, that was way beyond my greatest imaginations. That wisdom is unparalleled. And my teacher taught me how to love unconditionally. Imagine, even if this flower is black, it is very ugly to look at, but you still love it. Even if the person that you live with is irritating, they argue with you a lot, they don't do what you say to them, they do what they want. Your child is always doing what he wants, very disobedient, but you don't feel a single moment of frustration. You don't feel a single moment of disappointment. Imagine you are given this dish that is very difficult to eat, very distasteful, too much salt, but you are fine. You still love that dish. You are still happy eating that dish. There is a person very egotistical that lets other people feel like they are nothing. You can be with that person happily. You can love that person. The person always boasts about their achievements, victories. The person who makes others feel that they are better than them. You can be with that person, you can associate that friend without any bad feelings, hurt feelings. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that is the true love. You can love anything and everything. You can love everybody, regardless of their faults. That is the unconditional love that we are after. I don't think that is achievable. I don't think there are human beings like that. No, there are. This great Dhamma enables that path. The great Dhamma opens that door that lets you to love everyone unconditionally, without any conditions. Imagine what a relief that is. Nowadays, you can only eat the things that you love the most. You can only eat when that specific dish has a certain amount of salt, sugar, certain amount of the spices. But imagine if you can eat anything and everything, not because someone told you to eat, but you are eating it happily and it gives you happiness regardless. It gives you happiness regardless of what you eat. Don't you think that is the real happiness? Don't you think that is the happiness you should chase after? But nowadays, what we chase after is a very fake happiness. Because the happiness comes when something fills your checkboxes, something comes inside that frame that you have created for your own. Imagine about this flower. You have a frame that you have created that orange is beautiful. Orange is my favorite color. So orange is the most beautiful color in this world and I love it so much. You have created that frame. Now when you look at the flower, you feel like it's beautiful. Who created the frame? You. Now the problem is that if I show you a black color flower, it doesn't come inside that frame, does it? In that situation, you become frustrated. You can't love this flower anymore. You want to change the color of this flower. You want to change how it looks. You want to change the entire world to make it shrink and fit into that frame that you have created. Why did you create that frame? That is the real question. In that instance, you want to change the color of the flower to orange. But the question that we don't ask ourselves is that why did I create such a frame? Why did I create a frame that the orange is beautiful? That the orange is the best color? It's because of that I cannot accept black. The very moment that you created that frame, you trapped yourself inside it. You trapped yourself inside a frame, inside a prison cell. Now only orange flowers bring you happiness. None of the other flowers, black ones, can bring you happiness. Now you cannot be satisfied with black color flowers. Now only it has to be orange for you to be happy. Why? Because you created a frame for yourself. Unconditional happiness doesn't have any frames. You are free from that frame. You dissolve the frame that you drew around you. Orange, black, whichever color is fine for you. You can love it regardless whether it's orange, whether it's black, whether it's blue. You can love the flower regardless. You can actually admire the true quality of the flower now. Earlier it was clouded. Now it is not clouded. You can see right through the flower and admire the virtues, the qualities that it holds. Same goes to people. They say that don't judge a book by its cover, but we always judge people by the cover, right? We cannot penetrate through that thick layer that we create ourselves. We call it a frame. When we have that frame, for example, when we see someone, we know that person is very, very self-centered. We cannot love that person, can we? Even if they dress beautifully, even if that person helps someone else, when we see that, we cannot admire that person, we cannot appreciate that person because we know that person is self-centered, we know that person is not a good person. We have that frame that we created, so we cannot love that person. Could be your friend, could be your colleague. Imagine such a situation. So this frame has done nothing good to you. Only the disappointments, frustrations, the guilt, those are the things that came along with that frame. So be free from the frame. Be free from that prison cell that you created for yourself. I invite all of you to join with us. Join with us to this journey of unconditional happiness. Unconditional happiness. As in, you can love everything and anything just the same way, no conditions. You can love the flower even if it is orange, even if it is black. You'd still love it the same. You'd still love every person the same. Imagine the relief that you would feel. Imagine the compassion and kindness that you'd feel. That is what we want you to experience, ladies and gentlemen. Come join with us, join hands with us and experience this true freedom. Freedom, free from that frame.